Hello friends, welcome to Good Life Designs. Let's amp up your kiddo's ethnic style today and make a beautiful kurta and palazzo set for her. It's very soft and very comfortable to wear and it's very easy to make. And the plus point, you require minimum amount of fabric for it. The measurements given here are for my 3-year-old kid. You can customize it for your kiddo's measurement. Spread the fabric in a double layer lengthwise and let's cut the flare for the kurta. I want the ready flare of 10 inches. That's why I mark 12 inches on the cloth and cut along the line. Now take same double layered fabric and mark a height of 10 inches and a width of 13 inches. And you will get two rectangles of 10 inches by 13 inches. This is for our front and back bodies. Cut it and fold it in the middle. Now for 3 inches, I will mark it for the neck. And depth of the neck also I am marking as 3 inches. Now I will mark the width and depth of the neck 3 inches each and I will give it a rounded shape. Now I will give a slant of 1/4 inches at the shoulders. Now take 5 inches depth from this slanting line for the armhole. From the shoulder mark, take 2.5 inches. This is for my armhole and now I will give a circular curve to the armhole. Mark the middle point and curve it. Now I have cut the armhole. Now I will be cutting the necks. Separate the two layers. Cut the front neck as we marked and 6 inches depth you cut in the middle for a button placket. Here is the front panel with a slit of 6 inches in the middle. For the back panel, I will take only 1.5 inches depth of the neck. Now for contrast placket, I have cut a strip of 3 inches by 14 inches and one side I have folded inwards and ironed. Now put the non-ironed side on the slit and start sewing it in the corner. Mark the end point of your slit and sew it till the end point that we have marked. Once we reach the end point, leave the needle inside the fabric and turn the fabric under the needle. Keep the contrast fabric straight and again start stitching to the other side and stitch it full till the neckline. Now turn the fabric wrong side up and fold the placket, the folded side, exactly on top of the stitch and sew it. Be careful when you reach the end point of the slit. Again keep the needle inside and twist the main fabric. Sew it very carefully till the end. See here, the placket is ready. Now layer the placket one above the other and sew it from the top, a top stitch, and again at the bottom make a small rectangle by layering the placket on top of each other. At bottom 1 inch of the placket, layer the both sides of placket one above the other and seal them by sewing in a rectangle shape. Now place front and back layers both facing inwards and stitch them together on the shoulders. Now take the bias binding that we have cut and sew it on the sides in the sleeves. Also sew it on the sides on the neck. So now we can see we have sewn the bias binding. Now with your scissor, make small notches or cuts on the stitched side. Be careful that the cuts do not reach the sewing line. Now give one fold and one more fold and stitch it again. See, one fold and one more fold and stitch it above the bias binding. Same in the corners of the neck, fold it inwards first and then again fold once and twice. Now sew the sides together. So our bodice is ready. Take the fabric that we cut for the flare and give a largest stitch throughout the length. Then start pulling one thread so as to introduce gathers in the fabric. The total length of the fabric after gathers should be equal to the waist. Now sew the open ends half. The other half we will be giving slit. Fold the slitted part inside and give it a stitch like shown in the video. Let's fold the hem now once and twice and sew. Now we will be joining the bodies and the flare together. Line up the slit in the bodies with the slit in the flare as shown in the video and pin them together along the waist. Even up all the gathers and give a simple stitch throughout the waistline. So here we go. The kurta is ready. Just buttons are left to be put. You can put any buttons of your choice. Now for cutting the palazzo, we again take the fabric of 2 layers that we had put and we fold it one more time. So now we have our fabric in 4 layers. The width is 11 inches for one layer, so total it is 44 inches. Mark at 7 inches and 2 inches as shown in the video and make it rounded at the bottom. This is for your crouch of palazzo. After cutting the crouch, also cut the joined fabric below the crouch. So now we have 2 different layers, one layer for each leg. Spread them both right sides facing inwards and sew them together on the crouch on both the sides. Like I am showing you. Sew them here. Now fold the hem once and twice and sew it. Now hold it from the middle, open it and stitch it together along both the legs. Now for a belt of 24 inches, I have cut a fabric of 26 inches by 5 inches and I will fold it on both the sides twice and sew it. Now find out the center of the belt and pin it up with the center of the palazzo as shown in the video. Pin it up together. The total waist of palazzo will be 24 inches, 12 inches front, 12 inches back. So the 12 inches back I will be dividing into 6 inches on either side of the center. See, I am marking 6 inches on both sides of the center, and I will pin the back side of the palazzo at these markings that I am making. See, I will be putting one pin at 6 inches on one side and another pin at 6 inches at other side. Now the remaining fabric, I will overlap the stitched part and I will pin them together. So now my belt is straight, but I have extra fabric of the palazzo in the front part. That extra fabric I will make a box pleat on either side of the center. Front part, one box pleat on one side and one box pleat on other side, using this fabric, the extra fabric which is coming in the front of the palazzo. Make a box pleat, pin it up on one side. Same way, make another box pleat and pin it up on other side. Now stitch the palazzo together. Now folding the belt, give it one fold and one more fold. See, I gave it one fold and one more fold, and I will give a simple stitch, and I will try to do it just above the earlier stitch. So my belt is ready. Now we have to insert the elastic. Take the elastic 2 inches less than the waist circumference of your baby. So now beautiful ethnic set of kurta and palazzo is ready to be worn by your little one. Do let us know in the comments how it came out to be. Like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.